Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Singles Ministry. And in this episode, we're going to cover the topic of singleness, of course. But why are you single? Are you single by choice or nobody wants you? Oh my goodness. That's a tough one. Now, are you single by choice or nobody wants you? I'm talking about myself too. But yeah. This is a long one because a lot of us Christians we tend to say that we're waiting on God to send us the right somebody. And I think that is a wrong concept. And this is why I say it's a wrong concept. Because God doesn't operate a courier service. He's not in the FedEx, DHL, or USPS business where he's gonna send you somebody in a package. It's gonna mark husband or wife or boy. Well, God doesn't. I don't think that God speaks to boyfriend and girlfriend situation. No. So I'm gonna say He doesn't send us a package labeled husband or wife. We are to put ourselves in a situation where we can see that God is placing this individual in front of us so that we can see and choose and we make that choice. A lot of us, we're single by choice because the candy wrapper that we see is not so presentable, or it is not what we expect. Just like the gentleman who was drowning and God sent him a kayak, somebody in a kayak that had space for him, and he said, no, 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 God's gonna help me, he's gonna save me. So the kayak rode by, and a little speedboat came by, offered him help, and he said, no, 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 God is gonna help me. So the speedboat went by, and a cruise ship came, and they threw out their lifesavers and stuff, and he said, no, 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 go ahead, God is gonna save me. He ended up drowning, and he went to heaven, and he said, God, how you make me drown, and you never came to rescue me? And God says, listen, I sent I sent three persons to help you. I sent the kayak, I sent the speedboat, and I sent the whole cruise ship. And the gentleman was like, but, 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 God says, but nothing. I sent help for you. And you rejected it. So you drowned. So you die. It's the same thing with wanting or getting a significant other. God would have sent us not exactly what we have on our list, but you know, he sends us an individual, and because he too fat or she's too fat, or you know, she doesn't dress trendy, he doesn't dress trendy, or um he's not working at the prime minister's office. We reject what God would have sent for us because it's not the outward appearance. God doesn't look at the outward appearance, he looks upon the heart. And he knows exactly what every single one of us need. Not want, but need. And we reject who God sends our way because we have a list, we have our personal list of things that are usually of the outward appearance. If he's not muscular, and if he doesn't have a six pack, and if he doesn't have, a light complexion, and if he doesn't have a job in the, making six figures, and if he doesn't have a sport car, or if he doesn't drive a Mercedes Benz, or if he doesn't drive a Jeep, and yada, 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 yada. Sometimes we look for people that we can take pictures with to post on social media. Come on. And then because God doesn't send us that supermodel or that bodybuilder, we reject. And then we blame God. We say, oh, how long me single and me can't get nobody. Because you're rejecting everything that God sends your way. That's good. That's sweetie, that toffee. Back in the day, what's it? Werther's Original? Yeah, something of the sort. And you would never believe that Werther's Original would taste so that you would want to continue, just diving into that bag or container that it comes in. Even though the candy wrapper is looking okay. Yeah, I love the colors, the gold, Werther's Original. Anyways, I'm saying that we reject what God sends our way because it doesn't appeal to our eyesight, what we can see. What my friends are going to say if they see me with him, or what my friends are going to say if me and she tall. Because she doesn't have hair long down to the back, down in the middle of her back, and her hair is not so straight. Her hair is Negro. Or she has pimples in her face, or whatever the case is. We have our list that we generate of the things that we would love to see in our partners, but then we don't take the time. It's just like having that receipt from the supermarket, from the grocery store. You can see everything that you purchased, but you never look at the bottom or the back. Sometimes the back of the receipt says, "Thank you, come again." And some of us, we never see that because we're looking at the list of things that we would love to see. The things, oh yes, this is what I bought. This is what yeah. So we never see that sign that says, "Thank you, come again," because it's printed on the back. And I'm saying that we refuse God's gifts because they don't appeal to us physically. The candy wrapper no look so good, so we don't want the candy. But bless God for those of us who are open-minded, who are willing to learn who others are and accept their personalities and accept their flaws and move on from the things that we can see on the outside. Those of us who don't care about posting pictures on Instagram, Facebook, our WhatsApp status every 5 minutes because we want our friends to see, oh look, you see, we're driving in a Jaguar, or we driving in a Mitsubishi, what the big Mitsubishi vehicle, or we're driving in a Ford Raptor, or we're driving in a Cayenne. Come on. Those of us who don't look at these things, God bless us. Amen. And I say to us, we need to stop looking at the candy wrapper and judging the taste of the candy by its wrapper. We need to accept what God sends our way and stop picking and choosing because it doesn't look like something we can post on Facebook, or it doesn't look like something we can put on Instagram, or what our friends are going to say. At the end of the day, when you're cold at night, hear me out. When you are cold at night and need somebody to hug you, you are not going to be able to call on your friends to say, "Hey, can you come over and give me a hug and cuddle with me because I'm cold?" God help us. So I pray that as a people in the nation of Antigua and Barbuda, that we begin to stop judging the candy the taste of the candy by the look of its wrapper.